over Iran's nuclear program, that they would never give up uranium enrichment, and that he wanted more concessions on the pressure having been put on Iran over sanctions and other restrictions. So I think he sees that the White House is so desperate for a deal on the nuclear front that they'll make these other concessions, and I very much fear he's right.
All right. Well, I listened to his speech, and I also read the transcript because I thought, he portrayed himself as sort of Mr. Nice Guy, and Iran as being Mr. Nice Place, and about how everybody else is so violent and awful. And of course, meanwhile they've got a Christian pastor, an American, sitting in a prison because he won't convert to Islam. So it was such a contrast to reality, all his nice rhetoric.
Well, again, I think he's playing to his own domestic audience, but also to an audience in Europe and the United States, because much of his comment outside of the nuclear program was blaming outsiders, the Westerners, the U.S. in particular, for being part of the cause for Islamic extremism. And he said basically that dealing with ISIS was not something that outsiders could do, and that indeed it was our actions initially that had given rise to ISIS. So I think it was a very well done propaganda job.
All right, well, Israel paid a lot of attention to this phrase, and the whole world should be. This part, he says, "We are committed to continue our peaceful nuclear program, including enrichment, and to enjoy our full nuclear rights in Iranian soil within the framework of international law." There is no way in hell that they have any intention of abandoning their program, working out a deal with us.
Look, they haven't had an intention of doing that for 30 years since they started it. And the Obama administration, and I have to say the last couple years of the Bush administration, in their efforts to cut a deal with Iran over the nuclear program, have been pursuing a fool's errand. It's given Iran both time to overcome the difficult technological obstacles between them and deliverable nuclear weapons, and it's given Iran legitimacy. And what Rouhani was really searching for today was additional paths to legitimacy. We've seen the British Prime Minister David Cameron meeting with Rouhani in New York, a big mistake. We've seen the Secretary of State John Kerry desperately looking for some way to bring them into the anti-ISIS fight. And we've seen the president, as over the past couple of years, looking for that photo opportunity he could have with Rouhani. So I think Rouhani knows his mark, and he's playing it.
Well, I'm anxious to hear what Prime Minister Netanyahu has to say when it's his turn. Anyway, Ambassador, thank you, sir.
Thank you.